Imagine getting paid to charge your battery. Sounds crazy, right? But in Europe, wholesale electricity market, it happens hundreds of times a year. Hello everyone, welcome back to FLOWCAST, the energy storage knowledge hub. Last episode, we broke down ancillary services. Today, let's talk about our next money maker, wholesale arbitrage. How does it make money? It's the classic rules of commerce. Buy low, sell high. So why does the opportunity even exist? Because the wholesale electricity prices in Europe swing dramatically within a single day. The cheapest hour typically comes around the midday. The most expensive hit during the evening peak. How wide is that gap? On April 5th, Germany's day-ahead price dropped to minus 16 euros per megawatt hour in average for the entire day. But evening peaks across Central Europe regularly clear above 150 euros. That's a swing of over 160 euros within days. And it's getting more extreme. In the first quarter of 2026, Spain logged 397 hours of negative prices, 8 times the level of the same period in 2025. France doubled year-on-year, Germany rose 50%. A battery charges when the prices are low and the sales when they're high. The bigger the spread, the bigger the profit. That's arbitrage. So, how does a battery actually sell its electricity? In the power market, there are mainly two places where the electricity gets traded, and the way these two markets works completely different. Before getting to the markets, though, there's one important thing to understand. The power grid has a hard rule. Every unit of electricity generated has to be consumed at the same moment. The grid must stay balanced at all times. Too much or too little power can both cause problems. The issue is that generators and buyers cannot perfectly predict tomorrow in advance, so everyone has to submit plans one day ahead. Generators such as wind and solar farms might say, tomorrow at noon we can provide 100 megawatt of output and we're willing to sell at a very low price. A corn plant may say, tomorrow evening we can provide 200 megawatt but we won't sell below 60 euros per megawatt hour. Meanwhile, buyers such as utilities and electricity suppliers may say, tomorrow evening we need 600 megawatt hours and we're willing to pay up to 70 euros per megawatt hour. Then, all these bids are sent into one matching system. The algorithm behind it has a pretty intimidating name, Euphemia. It takes bids from dozens of regions across Europe and puts them together. Sellers are ranked from the lowest price to the highest, so cheaper electricity gets sold first. Buyers are ranked from the highest bid to the lowest, so the highest paying demand gets matched first. The market keeps matching supply and demand until two sides balance. The price at that balance point becomes the market price for the time slot. And there is a key point. Once you bid clear, everyone settles at the same price. This is called pay as clear. So the price you submit does not directly decide how much you earn or pay. It mainly decides whether your bid makes into the cleared group or not. Once you are inside, everyone settles at a one common price. This is the day-ahead market. At its core, the day-ahead market is used to arrange the grid supply and demand plan for tomorrow. But then, another problem appears. Renewables are growing rapidly, and the renewables depend heavily on the weather. The forecast might say tomorrow will be sunny, but then it rains. The forecast might expect strong wind, but suddenly the wind drops. So the plan made yesterday might no longer match reality today. And this is exactly what the grid wants to avoid. If a generator delivers less power than promised, the grid operator has to quickly find the replacement electricity from somewhere else. The cost of its emergency balance action is charged back through something called imbalanced price. And that price is usually much more expensive than the normal market price. So instead of waiting to settle at the imbalanced price, market participants would rather fix the problem themselves ahead of time. This is why the second market exists, the intraday market. Its job is to correct plans that were locked in day ahead but later run into unexpected changes. As soon as the day ahead market closes, the participants move into SIDC, Europe's integrated intraday market, and continue trading in real time. If solar output is expected to fall short, they quickly buy electricity. If wind generation suddenly increases, they quickly sell more power. Prices here are no longer uniform. The moment a buyer's bid matches a seller's offer, the trade is executed. One trade may clear at 50 euros, while the next clears at 70 euros. This is called pay as bid. And the battery storage is especially active here. Unlike wind and solar, batteries are not directly affected by the weather. What they do best is monitor real-time electricity prices, charge when the prices are low, and sell when the prices are high, effectively moving electricity from cheaper hours to more expensive hours. That's why the bigger the intraday price swings become, the bigger the opportunity for storage operators can react quickly enough. Put simply, the day-ahead market is used to set a plan. The intraday market is used to continuously adjust the plan based on the reality. One sets the baseline, the other corrects the deviation. And because the intraday trading moves so quickly, much of it today is no longer done manually. Algorithms are now automatically watching prices and executing trades in real time. Arbitrage revenue depends entirely on the market, but what if the grid wants to pay you just for a guarantee that you will be there years from now? That's our next episode, Capacity Markets. FLOWCAST, energy storage security. Stay tuned.